do you need to better understand how your licenses are assigned in Office 365? So, for example, which country or which department is using more E5 and which are using more E3? That's a question we've been asked a lot on Modality Systems, and this is a labs project where we're going to talk about how we're tackling that with Power BI. I'm Tom Arbuthnot, Principal Solutions Architect at Modality Systems.
I'm Tom Morgan, Senior Development Consultant at Modality Systems.
So just to set the scene on this one, and there are some kind of different ways to solve this problem. We've been using Power BI for a lot of different things inside of Modality Systems, and it's becoming almost our default and some of our key customers' default way of reporting. The ability to slice and dice data seems to really make sense both to kind of IT pros but also executive teams, having dashboards on iPads, that kind of thing. And one of the things that's coming up in the bigger customers is we have Office 365 globally, we have some E1, we have some E5, we have some Power BI Pro, we pay for Office and Visio and Project all as part of our kind of consumption model, but we don't really have clear visibility of where those licenses are assigned or which country is incurring the most cost, which department globally, those sales globally, how much in licensing cost do they incur. So, Tom, that might be a good point to talk about what we're doing with the data and Power BI.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're doing is we're taking some of the licensing data that is in your Office 365 tenant already, and we're bringing it into a SQL Azure database. And then once we've taken that data into SQL Azure database, we're then cross-referencing it with AD data, and then presenting it in PowerBI.com to give the rich kind of visuals of being able to slice and dice that data and see it represented in different ways, split up by department or by country.
So if I've got Office 365 today, how this is working is I spin up a Lightis Azure VM, and that's like the orchestrator of the data. It's pulling all the licensing detail from Office 365. It's pulling all the user details from, is it Graph?
Yep, yeah, it's using Graph API.
Yeah, so Graph API. So now I've got which users are assigned which licensing, and I've got what the users belong to in terms of department or title or country or anything else that's in AD. Yeah. That VM is then pushing that data into SQL Azure.
Yep.
And Power BI is accessing SQL Azure.
Yeah, and all that is sitting in your tenant. So there's no concerns about where the data is going because there's information there coming from AD about users and which departments and which countries they're in. So the virtual machine lives in your tenant, so it can live in the same region as the rest of your data, and everything happens on your tenant under your control.
Yeah, so that's important because there's personally identifiable data, names, departments, that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so this is a Modality Labs project. So we've run it with a couple of customers. We know it all works, and now we're at the point where we're looking for feedback on what reports do people want to see, what are the business use cases for this.
Yeah. So you can see on the screen now. We're looking at like an overview of licenses. Now this is in response to feedback we've had from the customers we've spoken to. But what would be what we want to find out is what works, what questions people have about their license usage and about the licenses they have, how they want that data best represented, and what visuals and what data is useful to them. So that's what Labs is all about. It's about putting stuff out, early, and then getting the feedback from customers about where we can improve and what people are looking to achieve. So yeah, that's our ask. That's what we want from you. That's what we think would be useful. So if you're looking at this and thinking, yeah, this looks interesting, this looks like something we could benefit from, but we'd like to change it in different ways, that's okay too. We want to hear that feedback.
Yep, cool. So what's the best way people to get in touch if they want to either try this out or give some feedback?
Yep, so you can find out more about this, and actually you can try it out a little bit as well by going to the Labs website, which is labs.modalitysystems.com. But if you want this installed in your tenant, if you want to get running with this, drop us an email at labs@modalitysystems.com.
Great, thanks Tom, and we hope to hear from you guys soon on feedback, and if you want to test it, please get in touch.